Okay guys, when I said that my next update was going to be the drivers and crossover installation, I guess I lied because I still don't have them. But I did spend some more time on the aesthetics of the speaker because a few reasons. Number one, I just had free time. And number two, I thought that my obelisk vibe that I was going for, you know, the Duratex texture is really very good for a stone type looking finish. So, and it is a tall pillar type speaker, but it's got this cool angle here, and then it's a 10-degree angle when it comes in. So that inner panel will actually be visible to me from my seating position here. So I thought that this all white, 7-foot tall, all white panel was going to be a little too boring, again, for a speaker called NXtreme. The outside panel has the cutout, so that breaks up that plain white that I was looking at on the other side. So I started with the idea of, you know, what would be cool is with these drivers here, ghost flames on this wing would be really cool. And I'll put up a picture of what my trial did on that. The only problem is I could get away with it because flames are kind of flickery, but you cannot really paint anything after the fact over Duratex. It's just, you can't do painter's tape, you can't do stencils, and even free-forming over these ridges just, you know, destroys any accuracy and precision. So, okay, so what did I end up doing? Well, I ended up doing these geometric patterns, and you say, well, how'd you get straight lines with that? Yeah, well, it wasn't the way it should have been done for sure. So this is mainly sharing this with you for LOL purposes, not a how-to guide. You should plan this out in advance. So one of the things I am recommending is that you kind of plan out what you want the aesthetics to look like and realize that this is a huge plain panel that's going to be the inside baffle. So one thing that I did to actually get these straight lines was create painter's tape on both up and down to a very narrow degree. I'll put a picture up because I took a picture, and meticulously sanded down the ridges in a very narrow line such that I could put painter's tape, you know, that would be fit flush with the surface and give me these lines that came out pretty good. Now, they're not to the level of an automobile painter that's doing precision pinstriping and would do, you know, stencils and all this kind of cool stuff, but they are to the level, I think, of a good house painter that's painting drywall up to crown molding. They're pretty straight and okay. I mean, visually it looks like they're not separated the same, but I spaced them out 2 drivers, and then with the middle tweeter I did a more narrow angle just to kind of give it a little more flavor. But again, this may not be to anybody's taste but mine. I think it came out, at least I'll say it's come out better than the plain white. And I think once I get the black drivers in here, and then the other side has the cutout, I think this is going to be a unique looking speaker and fit my vibe of what I had before, black and white. My screen, when not being used, black and white. Amps are black and white. It just gives me this vibe that I was actually looking to, you know, pull off. So, and it takes advantage of that angle. The problem is, you know, getting these, just the angles alone was difficult, not to mention the straight lines. I had to use one of these tools, you know, to get the lines and the angles correct. And so nothing I would recommend doing, especially after the fact with Duratex. So this is mainly just for information and interest purposes and LOLing purposes at me. But I thought I would share it as an update. And there's one other thing that I did, and you can't see it, can you, from the back? This is just the no-res I've been cutting. But if you look very closely, actually, let me just plug it in and add a little bit more flavor to the speaker. Is an LED strip. It's just a very thin taped on LED strip. And the reason I gave it a try is because there's really no downside. I could pull it off real easy or turn it off if I don't want to use it. But it gives this nice glow in the background that is unique and kind of can be used strategically if I want. I can change the colors, there's even the intensity, obviously you can turn it off. And then also what I can do is there's an app where you can make the colors dance to the music on your phone. You know, it'll take the input reading, I guess, of the music. So I figured, you know, why not give that a try? This is very inexpensive, these LED strips. And like I said, it really, when it's off, you can't even tell. And there's really no downside to it. So I was like, let me give it a try. Early indications, I'll see when I've got it set up. I kind of do like this glow vibe it gives. But we'll see. It may be too cheesy when I get it all set up. So just wanted to give you, though, that update. Hopefully the driver's coming soon. I promise the next one will be strictly drivers and crossover, because I am done with messing with this and I'm just ready to get it finished. So hopefully the next one is the final update. So we see you guys soon.